Hi, it's Joy with Enjoy It Healthy, and I have a very simple sandwich bread that I'm going to show you with my ancient grain 1-for-1 replacement flour mix. Okay, so this makes 2 loaves of bread. It's adapted from Donna Palestra's recipe. I think you've heard me talk about her if you've followed any of my other videos, but very few ingredients. It comes together really quick. You could do it by hand if you wanted to, but it's easier with a dough hook and a mixer if you have that available to you. Okay, so we have 2.5 cups of warm water. I just take it from the filter and put it in the microwave for like a minute or so, and it's perfect. Okay, then we have 1.5 tablespoons of SAF instant yeast. On my website, I have the conversion if you just have active dry yeast. I think it's 1.5 teaspoons, or 1.5 tablespoons. Anyway, it's on my website. I only use SAF. I think it's really easy to use in so many recipes. So it's an instant yeast, and throw that in there. 1.5 teaspoons of sea salt. I use pink Himalayan, but you can use whatever kind you want. And then 1/4 cup each of avocado oil and a local honey, or whatever kind of honey you want. If you want to make this vegan, you can of course use maple syrup or even sugar or whatever. So I've used the avocado oil first in my 1/4 cup measure because the honey then just slides right out. So it makes life just a little bit easier. Okay, so if you watched my previous video on my new ancient grain mixes, it's a blend of kamut and einkorn wheat, and has a little bit of vital wheat gluten in there as well. So this is not a gluten-free flour. If you have celiacs, this is not the flour for you. But even if you have gluten sensitivity, a lot of people have very good results by eating using kamut and einkorn, some of the ancient grains, because they're not modified and they're not hybridized. So I need to open up a new honey. So anyway, digestive issues. A lot of people have really good luck with using ancient grains in their recipes. So I hope you will too. So here we go. We've got the honey. And then what we're going to do, it's going to take about 6 cups of flour. Now, truth be told, if you only have all-purpose flour, this recipe will still work. Okay, but why not boost your the nutrients in your recipe by using my ancient grains? Okay, so it's going to take about 6 cups. We're going to start off with 4 initially. This is a 2-cup measure, just so you don't think I'm skimping here. So that is 4 cups right there. I'm going to use my dough hook, and I'm going to start on slow, and I'm going to get it going, and then speed it up a little bit and see where I'm at. So once the dough starts coming together, it's going to be pretty sticky, and I'm going to slowly add up to 6 cups, or about 2 more cups, just enough that the dough pulls away from the sides on the bottom of the bowl here. I stopped just before just when the dough pulled away from the sides, and it kind of looks clean in that bottom corner of the bowl. So I'm just going to let this run for 8 minutes. It's pretty sticky. Can Can you see that? So what I'm gonna do is I have my two bread loaf pans. I sprayed them with some oil, and I'm going to very generously oil my hands because it's just easier to handle the dough, then it won't be sticking all in between your fingers. Okay, so this, set that aside, get as much off as you possibly can so we don't waste it. And then we're gonna just take this dough and eyeball it and split it in half. Split it in half here, ish. Okay, a little bit more. No, a little bit more. Okay. So what we're basically gonna do is we're gonna try to make the top round. Now if it's a little uneven when you can kind of, I'll show you how to fix it, but you can, you want to kind of tuck the edges under like that so you have a nice smooth round, flat top, or smooth top rather. So we're going to lay that in there and grab the other side. Okay, did pretty well, even making them even. Get as much out of the bottom. You can use a spatula if you need to get out the rest. Anyway, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to tuck those edges under and lay that puppy in there. Okay, I did pretty well. Making them even, but they're just like lumps in there now. We're gonna let this sit. It's only gonna take about, since I use that SAF instant yeast, it only takes about 15-20 minutes, and it's gonna rise almost double, and then we're gonna put it in the oven. So you don't have to put the oven on until this stage, because it won't take that long to preheat your oven, and by the time this is ready, your oven will be preheated and we can bake them off. It's been about 20 minutes, so they've risen just beautifully. Now it's time to go in the preheated 350-degree oven for 30 minutes, and I'll be right back to show you what that looks like. So I just pulled these out of the oven, and they puffed up beautifully, and they're this nice deep golden brown. My oven took 35 minutes, but you know, I would definitely check it at like 28-30 minutes, and just go until you get this beautiful deep brown color. Now, when it comes out, I like to pop them out onto a cooling rack. Okay, and don't cut. I mean, it's so hard to do this, but don't cut into them for about 30 minutes. You want to let them cool completely so they don't, they're not like mushy on the inside. But look at that. They smell heavenly, and these ancient grains are just, they taste old-fashioned. They're just a hearty, just a beautiful texture, and they're fluffy on the inside. And I hope you'll try my ancient grain flour mixes. Okay, so this is available on my website at enjoyedhealthy.com. You can buy it right there. This is a 1,200 gram, it's about 9 cups package. I'm also coming out with a 5-pound package pretty soon, because you're going to want to use this in everything. So give it a try, check out the website, and subscribe, because I'm going to have a lot more recipes with all this kind of stuff and things to go with it. So I think next week I'm going to be doing a veggie burger and some dinner rolls that are going to be made with the ancient grain flour. All right, well, take care and check it out.